Welcome to my new channel, Craig's Book Thoughts. Basically, what I'm going to be doing with this channel is reviewing novels, graphic novels, trade paperbacks, and individual comics as well. I thought I'd set up the channel because I love reading, I love writing, not very good at arithmetic, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, so I just thought that I would do some reviews on the books that really excite me. You can see a few behind me on my bookshelf. I've got a lot of single issues in boxes elsewhere as well. So I'm going to start with episode 1 of my channel, and I'm going to dedicate that to the trade paperbacks of the Sin City run by Frank Miller, the legend that is Frank Miller. So these are the books in question. I had to get this version as well, so that you've got 1 to 7, but in the spine you could see Nancy in the background there once you've got the complete set. Had to have those because they just look badass, basically. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick synopsis of each graphic novel. I'll obviously discuss the art, show you a few pages in there as well. What I don't want to do is spoil it for anyone because there are a lot of twists and turns. This is the first book in the series, the book that started it all. This is called The Hard Goodbye, and it begins with a character called Marv. Now, Marv is ex-military, he's a trained professional killer, and he is basically awesome. He is a monster. As you can see from the front, that's him all cut up with a lot of plasters on his face, but he doesn't care about that type of thing. Marv is amazing. I absolutely love Marv. So basically he's accused of murdering Goldie, which is a prostitute, of course. Why wouldn't she be anything else in the world of Sin City? So naturally framing him would be an easy option because he's always getting himself into trouble. He's always a target for someone. So Marv, he becomes determined to find Goldie's killer and follows the trail of clues back to an abandoned farm. He tracks down this serial killer and he likes to keep his victims' heads as trophies. So a very nice chap, very nice, well-rounded young man. In the films, he's played by Elijah Wood, and he's this somersault fly-kicking maniac, basically. Let's find a good page. There you go. So a lot of people calling this, sort of noir. It's very dark, very brooding. There's a lot of characters who are obsessed with violence because of their environment. Obviously, Sin City is not a nice place to live. This is something Frank Miller does amazingly well. He captures rain, he captures emotion, with no words at all. I am just mesmerised by his artwork. I could just look at it all day. He doesn't even need words or dialogue. It just inspires me, and yeah, it is awesome. So that is the first book, The Hard Goodbye. Again, I won't spoil too much, but yeah, this focuses on Marv and Marv's plight to find Goldie's killer. Very, very good story. So that was the first book in the run of Sin City books, The Hard Goodbye. This is the second, and it's called A Dame to Kill For. Again, people might recognise the title from the second film. If you watch the films first, like I did, it's going to be quite confusing because they use quite a lot of characters from different books throughout the series and different plots and storylines, so it's quite hard to keep up with the books if you've watched the films first, but just watch the books as a standalone kind of series and you won't get confused. You will just follow the story as it was meant to be read. So this is the second book, A Dame to Kill For. It starts with a character called Dwight McCarthy. He's working as a photographer and he is asked by his ex, Ava, to talk at a local bar. Ava is, she's a horrible woman. She's very cunning, very manipulative, and basically all hell breaks loose as we start to see other areas of Sin City, which is good. We see areas of the city such as Old Town, which is run by women. They're all prostitutes, they're all murderers and thieves, but they're their own law, so the police are not allowed there. Old Town is a very scary place to be, no matter who you are. And yeah, all hell breaks loose, basically. Again, I didn't want to spoil too much, so this story centres around another character, and that's what I love about the Sin City universe. You get different characters in different books, and they all kind of intermingle, and you see them sort of interact with each other as well, which is very, very cool. Just some art, some random pages there. Again, I could have picked any double page spread. The art is just awesome. It's very simple. There's no gradients, obviously, as you've seen, very black and white. A lot of times he'll do like a double page spread where the artwork fills up the pages and then you just get a thin column of text running down here. That works very well. Also, I've seen that in other Frank Miller's work, so it's a bit of a signature thing from him. So that was A Dame to Kill For. This is book number 3. This is called The Big Fat Kill. And there it is. Just give you a quick plot rundown for that as well. It also follows Dwight as he fights off Jack. Now, Jack is a very mean drunk, is a horrible guy, thinks he can have any woman he wants, basically because he was born in Sin City, and most of the men in Sin City feel this way. Dwight is in Shelley's house, at the time he was a local barmaid, and Jack bursts in, very horrible, very menacing. Jack finally gets away, but the story centres around Dwight trying to exact revenge on Jack. Old Town is featured again. Nobody should go into Old Town. Why do people go to Old Town? I don't understand it. They're going to get killed, or murdered, or raped, or tortured, a number of things. Old Town is not a nice place to be. So they all go to Old Town. Yeah, let's just go to Old Town. Let's have some fun. Yeah. Again, I don't want to end each book with all hell breaks loose, but literally all hell does break loose. I've highlighted a page which I particularly like here as well. I mean, come on. Again with the rain, bit of a stylistic thing there. Yeah, no words. So as I was saying before, you could just look at his artwork and just be mesmerised by it. There are no words. You don't need words besides blam and blam again. But there's Dwight with his gun, looking menacing as always. Yeah, so this is book 3. I liked it. I liked the story. It was more familiar to me because they take parts of this story and put it in the first film. Sorry, so that was a bit more familiar. I already know who Jack was. I knew what his intentions were and how he was gonna whack. But it still surprised me. There's still twists and turns. So yeah, really enjoyed that one. Okay, that was my review of Sin City, parts 1 to 3. I'd love to know what you think, if you are enjoying the series, if you've just picked it up, or if you've read it many, many moons ago. Please comment below and subscribe to the channel, and look out for the next episode, because I will be finishing off my Sin City review with parts 4, 5, 6 and 7. So make sure you be here, hopefully it'll be up next week. And stay cool. Cheers, guys.